So a frequent question that I often get with Schoology and using some of the apps, the LTIs associated with Schoology, particularly OneDrive Assignments or even Google Assignments, is the ability for co-teachers in a course to actually see student submissions of those types of assignments. And normally they can't, and I'll go over a little bit as to why by showing you an example of one here. So I have some OneDrive assignments that were created here, and I'm just going to click on Edit. So if you are the teacher in a Schoology course and you create an assignment and you attach a document, whether it be a OneDrive assignment or a Google Drive assignment, depending on your school, this document lives in your personal OneDrive and by default is a private file. What this assignment feature is doing is it's generating a copy for the students. So the only people who technically have access to the document are you, because you were the author of the document and you attached it and it's being pulled from your OneDrive, and then the students have their copy, so they are able to view their copy only. Anybody else in the course, such as a co-teacher, is not going to be able to view the assignment here itself, this attached copy, or they're going to be able to view the students' submissions. However, there is a workaround to this. So what you can do is, if you have a co-teacher and you do want to give them the ability to view this so that they can do some grading, you need to change permissions to a particular folder in your OneDrive. So we're going to pop on over into my OneDrive here. I'm going to log in. I'm logged into Office 365. If you're a Google school, you would log in and access your drive, and I'm going to come over to OneDrive. As soon as you start using that OneDrive Assignments feature or the Google Drive feature, a folder is automatically generated and created in your OneDrive, and it's called Schoology Assignments, Microsoft OneDrive Assignments in my case. So this folder here, if I were to go into this folder and delve even further into it, you will see a folder for every single Schoology course that I have where I have used a OneDrive assignment feature. So you could do this one of two ways. So if you only have a couple of courses where you use this feature, you can change the permissions and share that folder with the co-teacher. By sharing this folder, and this is where all of the student submissions actually live, they will go into your OneDrive. By sharing this folder, when the teacher goes into Schoology now and tries to view student submissions, they would be able to do so because all their submissions are associated with this particular course. So what I could do is I could just click on these three dots. I could go to Share, and then I could go and specify the person that I want to give access to, and then by doing that and clicking Send, they could now view any assignments submitted by the students for this particular course only. If you had a lot of courses where you use this and it was going to be cumbersome to change the permissions on every single one, like you can see here, you can actually just change the permission for the parent folder, this entire folder. You can do that, and you may want to do that with caution depending on if this co-teacher, is only going to be working with you for a particular year. You might want to do the individual courses, but if you have a lot, like I said, it might be easier to just change the permissions on this folder in general, and this way you're covered for all of your courses. No matter what course that co-teacher is in your courses, they would then be able to view that. So again, just by clicking on those three dots over here, clicking Share, and then looking for the specific person, and then typing in their name, and if they're in our school district, they would have a district email and their name would populate, and then you could just hit Send. So that's the workaround to this, and then those co-teachers will easily be able to view the student submissions, make any changes, suggestions, grading, etc. So I hope this video was helpful in working with OneDrive assignments in Schoology.